What's up guys, AR Car Reviews here with a walkthrough video from the Importexpo car show that took place in NYC at the Citi field. There was a lot of cool cars at the show and I have a special surprise for you guys at the end, so watch all the way through and hit that subscribe button to tune in to NYC's car culture. We're almost at 300 subscribers and trying to hit 1,000 before 2024. Let's get into it. So obviously I can't get through everyone's car, that video would take years, but I am going to go through anything that caught my attention and I thought was pretty cool. Starting to the left, we have the Jeep squad ready to go off-roading on some cambered out Miatas. All of the Jeeps looked really cool, especially the older models, but none really looked like they were actually off-roaded, which makes sense because we live in New York City. But it would have been really cool to see at least one Jeep parked at the show with the I just came back from a trail look. These Jeeps are the only thing that can come to the car show covered in dirt and is perfectly fine. On the other side, we had some zippy Honda boys ready to race with their hoods popped right off. I actually ended up going to another car show and I'm pretty sure I'd seen some of these Hondas in the two-step competition and oh my gosh, my poor ears. That video is coming soon, so wait on it. Taking a look at all of these Civics, we can see some custom wells, long tube headers, and a really nice looking turbo in a car that practically weighs absolutely nothing. Next to that was the even lighter Civic that you could literally see its transmission. This person can probably change their oil from their engine bay, there's so much space in the car. Moving on to this group of STIs, we can see a white sleeper looking STI that's pretty basic looking from the outside, but when you look under the hood, you can see it. This is not stock at all. This guy definitely tricks a lot of people who probably thinks this is just a stock STI that was lowered, but it is not to be messed with. The hood exhaust kind of gives it away though that this isn't a sleeper, but still a great build, great job to the owner. We also have a really nice looking pink and black STI that looks fire. I really don't like pink cars like that, but this one is done perfectly, 10 out of 10 for the looks. Next to that, we have a wide body Civic Si driver who definitely plays Xbox One. Listen, I'm sure of it, trust me here, I know what I'm talking about. But in all honesty, if your favorite Marvel character or your favorite anime isn't on the side of your car, I don't know what to tell you bro, you're not dedicated. But in all honesty, it was pretty funny seeing this car, so kudos to Mr. PlayStation. And here we have some really rare clean Integras and a rich R33 Gtr that if I had to guess seems like it had some mods done to it. Then we have Mr. Showtime himself. This black Civic looks absolutely devious. I can already hear this thing revving at 7,000 RPMs at 2 a.m. racing on the Belt Parkway. Those slicks and B-lots tells you everything you need to know about this lightweight race car. And it's going to beat you and whatever money you spent on your car, because he definitely spent less. We also have this Mitsubishi Eclipse with some banging subwoofers. Do you guys see that speaker moving? That speaker is speaking. This guy doesn't drive to the party. He is the party everywhere he goes. And right next to the party next door, we have this clean looking BMW Supra. In all honesty, even though a lot of people hate on these cars for being made by BMW instead of Toyota, these things are practically modern day Supras, okay? Now that the Nissan Z is a supercar almost, I haven't seen one in Brooklyn and I doubt I ever will for some time because they're so rare. Nevertheless, this Supra looks anything but stock, especially with that big old blower under the hood. Judging by the wheels and the fact that this person left a helmet under the hood of their car, this car definitely gets raced as well. This car versus the Midnight Civic would be a great race to watch, and I got my money on the Supra. He also had a mini Supra under the hood, which is really cool, and for my next car, I'm going to make sure I get something like that. Buy the toy version, then go get the real thing. Moving on, we have this VIP Nissan Altima with some really colorful engine covers and what appears to be someone's rent in New York City. I really wonder if someone took some of those hundreds from his car. He had the windows down and those hundreds were blowing in the wind. We live in New York City. This man was playing a risky game, but hey, it is what it is. But a tastefully done Nissan Altima, no doubt. Moving on, we have this Honda S2000 with some modern day wheels, some window tint, and a beautiful red paint job. Very simple, I love it. Then we have this BMW with some very cool digital taillights and the vanity plate to let you guys know that he's
savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! What am I?
And who do we have here? No one but Mr. Excuse Me himself. This is that guy that squeezes past you on the highway at 120 miles per hour with 5 centimeters to spare, all while recording on an iPhone in 4K ultra wide mode while live streaming on Instagram Live. This guy is crazy. Then we have one of my favorite builds of this whole car show. This car was originally a 2001 BMW 740i that looks nothing like he used to. This man, Joseph, has changed everything on this car, and I know this because he has a podium of everything he's done to the car. A digital podium. You guys can pause the video and see what craziness he's done to this BMW. Honestly, this is fire. The headlights make this car look so retro and so cool. Give this man a follow on IG for real. This is crazy. How did he do this? He's crazy. We also have this orange PT Cruiser that is really unique, and you can't help but smile when you see this thing driving. Props to the owner for keeping this in really good condition and adding his own little taste on it. You don't really see a lot of these on the roads nowadays, so you gotta appreciate it. We also have a G37S that is one of the cleanest ones I've seen in the city. Typically, these cars always look like a walking salvage title, but this owner definitely took care of his car, and it looks great. This is a fire build. Walking through, we see a lot of good looking BMWs, but there's only one turbocharged 6-cylinder engine that is catching my eye. Let me know if you guys see it too. And it's this midnight purple R33 Gtr. Seeing these in New York City is crazy because a lot of non-car people wouldn't care about them or just think it's just an old car, but for those of us who know, we know. This car is sick, and this one in particular looks like it just left the assembly line. Then we have this interesting looking i8. The green, blue, and black exterior looks nice, but moving inside to the orange and blue interior is really throwing me off. But hey, it's still an i8, which to me is a fire car, and you can always wrap it. Then we have the Supercar Sections with the orange Porsche GT3 RS. I know this because it says it right there on the side of the car. At first, I didn't like the combination with the wheels, but it started growing on me, and it is a GT3, so it's impossible to make a wrong decision. Next to that, we have the beautiful Lamborghini Huracan, which looked amazing and of course brought a lot of attention with it. This car is beautiful, but I can't imagine the stress and pain someone feels driving this car through New York City's moon craters. I was also able to see the V10's firing order plaque on the back of the car, and that is so cool. Ribby J, I don't know who you are, but obviously you made a lot of good decisions in life, and this car is one of them. Next up, we have a really nice looking Beamer and a Nissan Silvia that honestly I would love to get one of these as just a drift car. They look so cool and can literally do anything. This one especially is in a really good condition, and it's really good to see cars like this that's not clapped out. We also have the newest 11th generation Honda Civic Type R, and honestly it's not giving me that wow factor. This car looks great and it's new, yeah, but it's still not my favorite, especially for the hurdles you have to go over to just get one of these. If you guys actually managed to figure it out, this is actually a Honda S2000 with a wide body kit and some crazy aftermarket headlights. I know, I didn't see it at all. It took me some time to figure it out, but honestly, this build is really solid, it looks great, and I kind of like it. Next up, we have the Mark IV Supra, aka the real Supra, and honestly, seeing this car in person looks so much better than in photos. Moving to the back, we can see the Supra's timeless taillights and a huge exhaust tip on the back of this thing. It has some Brembos on it, some wheels, but besides that, the car looked 100% mint. There is no garbage on this car at all. This is a time capsule of a Supra. Now, this also took me some time to figure out what it was, but this is the all-new 2023 Subaru Brz with a wide body kit, and this thing was slammed to the ground, okay? Like, some of the car's undercarriage has to be touching the earth, and of course, some Naruto stickers because you got to represent the hidden leaf. We have this Toyota owner that removed the car's front grille and replaced it with a Lexus grille.
Who mess is this?
Next up, we have the fake taxi BMW, and of course, it's a wagon. This guy was playing some of the most out-of-pocket music I have ever heard and definitely needs to lose his auxiliary privileges pronto. Also, don't look up fake taxi, I warned you. After that, I ran into this BMW G80, which looked absolutely fire, honestly, and the owner was such a cool guy. Make sure to give him a follow as well. Now, the last car of the meet is going to be the winner of the Importexpo car show for this customized Dodge Charger Hellcat, and I have to say, this thing is fire. I don't know how the owner managed to pull this off, but he customize every little thing about this car down to the T. For starters, he calls this car the Enforcer, and he puts that name on every inch of this boat. The wheels, the engine bay, the dashboard, the headlights, everything is for him and only for him. Also, the name Enforcer comes from him being a veteran, so props to him for his service and this crazy customizable build that embodies his life. I'm happy for him. Since this is a car show, we gotta check out the parking lot, and my god, the things in this parking lot, it was either atrocious or really fire. Let's check it out. For the first clip, we have this Roush supercharged Mustang that we were hoping would not end up in a Mustang Mac compilation. Let's take a look.
Go right to the show, bro. Go right in, bro. Go right in. Don't be a Mustang driver. Don't be a Mustang. This man went in reverse. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's funny. He was like, I'm leaving. Let me go back. Yeah. That's crazy.
And just like that, you seen it here first, guys. If you want to assert your dominance on the road and scare people back into a parking spot, buy a V8. Not that one. And supercharge it. That Mustang had the Passat backing in like not today saying he wanted no parts of that Mustang. That Passat said, I'm gonna let you finish, but actually never mind, just finish. But props to the Mustang driver for those revs. The car sounded sick. Next off, we saw another R33 Gtr that looks absolutely beautiful. Nissan really peaked at these GTR years. I'm trying to tell you guys. You could really tell this owner tried hard to park this car away from everyone as much as possible. But it's a GTR at a car show, so people are going to smell that Nismo from miles away. Now, I just want to know why. Here we have Homer Simpson taking a bite out of the yellow Honda wheels that I'm guessing are supposed to be a donut. The only issue is that Homer is yellow, or did he become like a carnivore or something? I don't know. Anyway, Homer eats pink donuts, so maybe you gotta change that, bro. I'm sorry. Ow! Then we had this murdered out Civic Si, looked very cool, looked very nice. And then what is that? And this poor Miata, can we get a moment of silence for this car? This thing looks so jagged, like someone built this thing in their uncle's backyard on a Thursday night. Like it looks like parts will fly off of this car if they hit 70 miles per hour. If this thing can hit 70 miles per hour, how do you go from this to this? Anyway, now this guy really upset me because I like this car. Unlike the Miata, I can actually fit in this car. But what is this? We have some toy on the toe strap and the Asian license plate, but hey, it's okay. You know why? Because apparently Batman drives this car. I bet you guys didn't know that. Bro, you know how much people want this car? I want this car. You could have just gave the car to me, man. Honestly, I don't even want to look at the back. We have some vortex generators, a dirty Among Us crewmate, but he's the only imposter, a whole bunch of stickers, and some mud flaps. Now, all this stuff is reversible, potentially savable, but what aggravated me the most is that he didn't center the Batman logo. This is why we need our parents, Bruce Wayne. This is why. Moving on, we have a beautiful yellow Supra with a pretty funny vanity plate. And now for the final surprise, a Toyota Supra, a real Toyota Supra, two-stepping while leaving the car show. Take a look.
Oh shit, my bad.
That Supra was fire, no pun intended. If you guys like this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe for more car videos, follow me on Instagram, Tiki Taki, and all those other things. Until next time, I had a lot of fun going to the car show, so I hope you had a good time watching this video. And if you did, AR, out.